Morning students, this is the time for computer class and I am your computer teacher. So we are continuing the lesson 2 types of software. Till now in this lesson what we have learned, let us have a quick recap of some of the topics that we have discussed in this lesson. The first is software. So what is software? We can say the set of instructions that enables the computer to perform a specific task is called the software. The other definition can be the group of programs which give instruction to the hardware to perform the job is called the software. So the software, a computer cannot operate without a software. So the software is of many types. The first type is system software. So what is system software? We can define it as it is a collection of programs that control the overall operations and internal working of the computer system. In other words, we can say it acts as an interface between the hardware and the other software. It reads the data from the input device and then transfer it to the CPU for processing and then to the output device. The system software can again be categorized into three types. The first is operating system, the second is language processor, and the third is utility software. So we again begin with what is operating system. We can say it is the first software that is loaded into the computer memory. It is the basic software which manages all the other programs. In other words, we can also define what is an operating system. We can say it acts as a link between the user and the hardware and allows both of them to work together. So the major functions of the operating systems are: number one, an operating system controls the functioning of all the devices, whether it is input device or output device. It assigns memory to various programs whenever necessary. It is also responsible for running all the application software. It keeps track of all the activities that involves the information which is stored in the form of files in the computers. And the operating system also provides security by providing an option of password. So this was the first type of system software that we discussed. Now the next type of system software that we are going to discuss is language processor. So what is language processor? We can say it is a special type of software which has the capacity of translating the source code into the machine code. It translates all the programming language into machine language. So the language processors can further be classified into compiler, interpreter, and assembler. So what is compiler? We can say it translates a complete program in one pass into the machine code before sending it to the CPU for processing. Examples are C and C++. Next is interpreter. What is interpreter? We can say the interpreter translates the program line by line, passing each line to the CPU by checking if there is no error. If there is an error, the error message window is displayed. And the third type of language processor is assembler. What is assembler? It translates the assembly language, which are called mnemonic code, into the machine code. So now the next type of system software that we have is utility software. So what is utility software? We can say the utility software is a special type of system software which is designed to analyze and to maintain the computer system. So its main job is to support the computer software. So it is smaller in size. It may include the operating system or it can also be installed separately. So these were some of the system softwares that we discussed. Now the next topic that we discussed was application software. So what is application software? We can say it is a type of software which is designed to perform the specific task. The developers generally develop this type of softwares to perform particular tasks like creating text document, creating images and logos. Application software can again be categorized into two types. The first is general purpose application software and the second is special purpose application software. So now let us discuss some of the general purpose application software. So the first general purpose application software is word processing software. So what is word processing software? We can say that the word processing programs help us to write, edit, format, save and print the document. Using the word processing software, we can produce a high quality document in less time. It is most widely used technique for typing, editing, storing, formatting and printing the document. So the word processor offers several advantages over the typewriting. The user can edit the text when required. It can copy or move the text from one location to another. It can insert or delete the spaces, etc. It can also insert the images, can draw the tables over here, also have the facility of mail merge, formatting, setting the margins, the line spacing, the paragraph spacings, etc. These were some of the features of word processing. So the word processors are available for both DOS and Windows environment. One of the example of word processor is MS Word. Now the next general purpose application software that we are going to discuss is spreadsheet software. So what is spreadsheet software? We can say that a business applications which require a lot of calculations. In manually, a sheet of paper with rows and columns is required and that sheet of paper is called spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet package generally consists of electronic spreadsheet. Now what is electronic spreadsheet? We can say electronic spreadsheet is a very big sheet that consists of thousands of rows and columns, and the data are generally stored in the form of rows and columns over here. The intersection of row and column is called cell. For example, database management, database and electronic spreadsheets are very essential tools. Some of the examples of spreadsheet packages where they are mostly used is preparing the annual report, balance sheet, cost analysis, budgets, etc. So there are many products of spreadsheet package. MS Excel is one popular spreadsheet program. Now the next topic that we have is presentation software. So what is presentation software? We can say that it is a type of designing our presentations on the slides. Earlier we used to do manually presentation by making charts, posters, etc. But nowadays with the help of computer we can design our presentation on slides, and we have many presentation package like Microsoft PowerPoint, etc., which help us to design effective presentations. We can use our animation effects, slide transitions, sound effects, etc. So the next general purpose application software that we are going to discuss is database management package. So what is database management package? We can say that it is defined as the software that organizes and maintains the data in database. Many database management packages are available in the market. MS Access, Oracle, Informix, these are some of the main database management systems. Now we come to the topic special purpose application software. So what is special purpose application software? We can say it is a type of software which is created to execute one specific task. We can say it is a type of software created to execute one specific task. For example, the camera application on the mobile phone will only allow us to take the pictures or to make the videos. So some of the examples of special purpose application softwares are, for example, Tally, it is an accounting software, Busy, etc. So these type of softwares are also known as customized software. So these type of software is also known as customized software. So what is special purpose application software? We can say it is a type of software that is created to execute a specific task. Like for example, a medicine shopkeeper, for him a special type of software would be created. For a person who is having a restaurant, for him another type of software will be created. For a person who has a stationery shop, for him another type of software will be created. So such types of softwares which are created for specific tasks are known as special purpose application softwares. They are also known as customized software. So the first example that we are going to discuss about the special purpose application software is computerized reservation software. Computerized reservation software. Computerized reservation software. So this is the first type of special purpose application software. So the Indian Railways and the various types of airlines uses this computerized reservation software. It is mostly used for booking tickets online. So what is its purpose? It is used for booking tickets online. So this is the major purpose. So it has been developed special software for operating and managing all the functions related to the reservation. So the computerized reservation software includes all the facility that is required to make the reservations, like your name, your address, your age, your destination, your source, how many kilometers, the cost, etc. So the Indian Railway has developed a passenger reservation system, RPS, that provides reservation service to nearly 1.5 to 2.2 million passengers per day. And over 2,500 train runs throughout the country, connecting the places from one place to another. So the PRS applications, passenger reservation system applications software, is a very important software for the reservation. The countrywide networks or for computerized enhanced reservation and ticketing, it is carried out. It is the world's largest online reservation application, and it is maintained by the Central Government for Railway Information System, CRIS. So now the next type of specific purpose software that we are going to discuss is accounting management software. Accounting management software. So here we have some of the examples like Tally, Accord, EX. These are some of the popular accounting management software. So their main purpose is to perform the accountancy work in it. So different organizations have developed them. So they include the accounting, bookkeeping, making budgets, bills, balance sheets, etc., preparing reports, etc. So all these types of accounting works are managed by the accounting management software. Now the next type of software that we are going to discuss is human resource management software. We can say soft form HRM. HRM software. What is the full form of HRM? Human resource management. So what is HRM software? We can say it is a special purpose software that is used for maintaining the complete detail of the employee of an organization. So we can say it is a special purpose. It is a special purpose application software. It is a special purpose application software used by HR management for storing the details of employees. For storing the details of employee of an organization. So the HRM software is a special type of software, application software, which is developed by organization for storing the details of their employees. So it basically supports the HR managers in managing the employees' informations like their appointment, training, attendance, salary, compensation, pensions, etc. So what are the functions that we can perform over here? We can enter the data, we can track out the data, we can search the data, etc. We can delete the data, etc. So different types of works can be performed on it. So the HRMS is also known as Human Resource Information System. So it is a special type of software which is prepared by different organizations. Example like the organization of Reliance, Tata, Birla, Infosys, etc. Such type of big organizations generally create a special software for their employees in which they enter the entire detail of the employees, their name, their address, their qualification, their date of joining, their posting, their salary, their increments, etc. So all the entire details of their employees are stored in that software. Now we come to the another topic, that is the mobile application. Mobile application. So mobile application is an application software that runs on mobile devices such as smartphone, PDA and tablets. So when we are asked to define what is mobile application, we can say it is an application software that runs on a mobile device such as smartphones, PDA. PDA means personal digital assistance, and tablet. So it performs the work that is required by the user. So the mobile applications can also be called the apps. Many of the times we use the word apps for the mobile application. So we can install the mobile application from the App Store. There are some paid mobile apps for which we have to pay the money, and the others are downloaded free. Over many times, the mobile apps have developed to a great extent, and they also provide a great relief to the user in doing their work. So we begin with the mobile operating system. Mobile operating system. So the mobile apps are specially designed for the operating system on which they will function. For example, the Apple app supported by the iOS cannot run on Android phone, and similarly the Android operating system cannot run on the Apple app. So a mobile operating system is a software which allows various applications to run on mobile device. So we can define it that it is a software which allows various application program. It is a software which allows various application programs to run on mobile device. So a mobile operating system is a type of software on which we can run various mobile device. Different types of mobile operating systems are available. So some of the commonly found mobile operating systems are: number 1, Google Android. Google Android. So the Android is a very popular operating system which is based on the Linux operating system. It is developed by Google and is written in languages like C, C++, Java. Now we have next iPhone OS. iPhone OS. So it is a mobile operating system which is created by Apple company. Here the programming is written in Objective-C and C language. It runs on devices like iPhone, iPads and iPods. Next we have Windows mobile operating system. Mobile operating system. So Windows mobile operating system is based on Metro user interface, a language which is specially designed by the Microsoft for the mobile operating system. So these are some of the examples of mobile operating systems. Now there are also different categories of mobile apps. Categories of mobile apps. So a large number of mobile apps are available on the internet. We can usually download them from the Apple Store or Play Store. So these are some of the common mobile apps like communication apps, educational apps, games app, entertainment apps, social networking apps, travel apps, news apps, etc. So some of the popular apps are: number 1, WhatsApp. So So what is, all of us are familiar with the WhatsApp. So it is used to share messages, videos, assignments,